All right, and so the last thing that we've got to talk about are just kind of our special urban situations. Different things that pop up in terms of driving, right? First of all, most of your urban streets that you're going to drive on, you've got a lot that are going to be two-way streets. You've got some that might be one-way streets. Kind of depends on the city, depends on the layout, okay? And they each have kind of their own special way that you have to deal with them. A two-way street, this is what probably a majority of roads are. I mean, this is what we deal with out even in the country, right? Traffic going one way, traffic going the other. So what you've got to be aware of is not just your lane, but also what's going on in the other lane. You've got to look for potential intersections. You might have intersections in cities that aren't controlled. All right, speed's low enough. They don't have, most of them nowadays do have stop signs. All right, but what are you going to do? Maybe your direction doesn't have a stop sign. Maybe you've got it open and clear, but there's still an intersection. So you've got to be prepared for what other drivers might do. You cannot control what other drivers do. Just because you have the right of way does not mean that you have the absolute right to be able to do whatever you want to do. Okay, you still have to be safe. You still have to be prepared. If you have a special left-hand turn lane, okay, you're getting all the way in that left-hand turn lane. Understand that if you get up, if you don't have a left-hand turn light, okay, even if you get an intersection, you've got solid green lights, you cannot go until you have clear traffic coming the other way. Okay, if you have a left-hand turn signal, you're free to go. But if you just have green lights on your traffic, you cannot turn until you have clear traffic the other way. The other kind of situation are one-way streets, right? One-way streets have extremely high volume of traffic, okay? One-way streets can carry a higher volume of traffic than two-way streets because they kind of reduce some of those points of conflict. Generally, there's not as congested as two-way streets, okay? Because once you get to an intersection, you don't have to worry as much about kind of the cross traffic because you only have one or two ways that you're able to go. Identifying one-way streets is important. Make sure that you're looking for the signs, okay? I know if you come into Wilmington, you're on, I believe, coming from the airport, you're on 23rd Street, you turn on to Princess, I believe it is. You get down to about 16th Street, you have to take a left or a right because it continues on as a one-way street from there. And so look for the signs. You're going to have do not enter signs. They'll have one-way street signs if you happen to turn on a one-way street, okay? And the signs are facing the other direction, okay? The cars are all facing the other direction. You're probably going the wrong way, all right? So entering a one-way street, okay? If you're crossing one, you need to go left onto a one-way street. You want to get to the far left lane that's possible before you turn on that one-way street. And if it's on the right, kind of the same thing. Once you're on the one-way street, avoid, if you can, the lane that's next to parked vehicles. But you might not be able to because in a lot of cases, there might be parking on both sides of a one-way street, okay? But regardless, find the lane, just like any other situation. Find the lane that's clear. Find the lane that's best for you, all right? Leaving one-way streets, okay? Find the lane that's marked for the direction that you want to go, okay? That's the easiest way to do it. If you see a car driving the wrong way on a one-way street, signal them, flash your lights at them, beep your horn, let them know, hey, you're going the wrong direction, okay? You are responsible for yourself. But like I've tell my classes all the time, driving is the one situation where you can do everything right and still end up hurt. You can still end up dead even, okay? Because you're not the only kind of person on the road. You have to make the choice, but others have to follow through as well. All right, so as we get through this, guys, thank you for this chapter. We're going to move on to rural driving next.